Hello, beautiful sisters. Welcome back to another day in the life. Whew. Today, God willing, there's a lot of stuff that I want to try to get done. The biggest resistance to me going live is doing hair and makeup, so that's why it's the first part of my workday now. It's just to do my hair and makeup. That way there's no excuse. But I discovered yesterday that I actually don't have to put foundation on my face. All I did was eyebrows, eyelashes, and then lips, and eyeliner, and then lips. I'm like, it doesn't really make a difference, you know, if I do anything bigger than that. So that made the process much faster. That just took me like 5 minutes. But we are back, and today I've got a lot of just admin stuff. I'm still doing my live strategy, so we have to go live. That'll be in about like 20-25 minutes. I already made my to-do list. I just put it on the bottom of yesterday's to-do list. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Can you guys see that? Can you see that? Let me see if I can see that. There you go. A lot of stuff going on. We're doing webinar slides, because I'm teaching a webinar tonight, God willing. We're doing our email sequence for tonight's webinar. Then I'm hosting the live stream, edit and post a TikTok, edit and schedule a vlog, hello, record 3 TikToks, and then I'd like to finish editing my novel today. I'd really like to do so. I think I really will have enough time to do it. I'm not positive. And then work on a new book that I'm writing. So I'm writing a new book, How to Be a Social Media Influencer as a Self-Published Author. Praise God, this year so far I've made like $27,000 in brand deals on my main YouTube channel. This is my secondary YouTube channel. So I just want to and I've seen so many people, like I'm on TikTok all the time now. I've seen so many people seeking out to be an influencer. And I've been doing this for what, 10 years now. The real money is in brand deals, not in AdSense. So I just want to kind of share that a little bit and share that strategy. So yeah, writing that, and then we're working on that, I should say. I use my own stuff. So I have the 31-day Write Your Book Bootcamp that is in author school. That's literally what I used. I mean, it was my strategy anyway. It was what I was doing to write my books. It's just now I have everything so structured in there that I just followed along to write my books. So I'm just gonna follow that. And then finally working on the God Will Grow Books app. I would like to have that launched in October. It is currently almost the end of July. So I have to make sure I'm working on it every day. I was watching the making of God Will Grow University. For those of you who are subscribed to God Will Grow TV, then you know I recorded myself launching that app. That was in 2021. I started in 2020, launched in 2021. So I was watching that footage back. It's like 5 or 6 hours long. I was watching the whole thing, and I was thinking about how I was spending 12, 13, 14, sometimes 20 hours a day building that up. Now, obviously I'm a mom, so it's different, and it's just, I don't have that kind of time, but I'm giving myself the same amount of time I gave myself back then to build that up. Like, I'm like, this is crazy. I should be giving myself way more time. So if I need to adjust the timeline, I will. I don't want to though. I really don't want to, but it is what it is. Like, it's a lot of work, especially with this new workflow that I was showing you guys in yesterday's vlog with, you know, the Adobe Premiere, and then the After Effects, and then creating the audio graph, and then exporting the MP3 file, all that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for just one export. Unless I just do it ugly, which is where I just put the book title on the screen and then put the MP3 underneath it and export that, which is fine in theory, but I don't like ugly stuff. We've been here a while, you know I don't like ugly stuff. I like everything to look pretty. So first thing we're gonna do is work on these webinar slides. It's 11:42. Let's see if we can knock this out. I already took notes from my live stream teaching this. Oh, I'm assuming you watched yesterday's vlog. So in yesterday's vlog, I looked at one of the live streams I did that I taught in 2024 that did really well, which was 3 ways to sell your ebook for $97. So that's the webinar I'm teaching tonight. So today I just watched it and wrote down the 3 steps, because I honestly didn't remember what I said in that webinar. It was in 2024. So now I just need to build out the slide deck so I can teach that tonight. I'm gonna tell you, I've gotten nothing done. It is now after 12, but my husband needed me to go downstairs for something, so I didn't get anything done. 0. Nothing. So now I need to go live. Now we need to go live. I'm just gonna answer some questions because I'm not ready for anything, but it's already 12:07, so. We are talking about how to stop selling your books on Amazon KDP and instead start selling on your own website so you can make more money as an author. My name is Stephanie Rodness. I'm the founder and CEO of God the Wood Girl, creator of God the Wood Girl Faith-Based Author School. I've written and self-published 60 books at this point, praise Jesus. This is actually number 60 right here. This is coming out in about 2 weeks. It says we have a new achievement unlocked. We got 100 diamonds, yay! So let's see what this does. I don't know what this does, but I know that it had said that is one of the goals. So praise Jesus. I was on for like an hour. Let's see what it does. Congratulations, you have more than 99% of live creators with a similar following. Oh, more likes than 99% of creators. Oh, that's nice. 330 viewers, 3 gifters, 9 new followers, 3. I thought it said there was 100 diamonds. Why did it say only 3? I earned 1 cent. Congrats, you've collected 100 diamonds through live gifts. Wait, but why does that say 3? This is my girl, by the way. She's one of my students. I love her so much. Oh, I was on for more than an hour. That's great. Bless you. Convert your live into clips. July Jamboree. Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, so now I just need to do the last step on camera, which is to record my TikToks. I hear my husband downstairs feeding my son. Okay, so to record TikToks, I go to TikTok.
We have major news.
I click to search. I search writing a book. I click the top right 3 buttons, click filters. I sort by like count, and then I do this past month and click apply.
How did you find your editor is by far the most asked questions my co.
Okay, so how to find an editor for your book. These are the actual things we need to do to write a book. I'm so hungry right now. I need to eat some food. And then writing prompts. Those are the top 3. All right, let me write this down and record these. So we filmed, I'm so sorry, I'm always out of focus. We filmed 3 TikToks, those are all done. We did our live stream, that's all done, praise God. Whew. So now let's try to finish our webinar slides because, you know, that class is going to happen tonight. Okay, we did it. It is 2:23. This took me way longer than I thought it was going to. This is why I like to do my slides the day before, just so I don't feel so overwhelmed. But it's done. This is Keynote, if you're wondering. Everything is done. The strategies are here. And then one of the things I like about my workshops, I'm gonna ask them to, like, you know, answer, to give examples, and then I can give live feedback. So it's kind of like a live coaching session. Okay, so we're done. So the next thing I need to do is go ahead and put my email blast together. I can actually do it on the big screen. I don't know why I came over to the laptop, but I did. I love working on this big screen, by the way. I should have done that years ago. Years ago. I never gave myself permission to. My therapist has been working on me a lot about just letting myself have permission to do the things that I enjoy, you know? It's really hard, but we have to. Because I saw this great quote on TikTok. All of us only have a certain amount of days, and those days are set no matter what, so we can either spend them laughing or crying. You gotta make a choice. Oh, no, I didn't see it on TikTok. Sorry, I keep shaking the camera. Selma Hayek said it in an interview. She said, we all have a certain number of days. We can either spend those days laughing or crying, but it's still the same number of days. And it's so true. Why spend your days crying? It's not gonna change anything. Whew. I love this. Praise Jesus. Okay, what are we doing? We're doing the email sequence. So I host my emails in ConvertKit. And it's super easy to do this because remember yesterday I sent the email blast promoting the class? So all I have to do is duplicate that email blast. Just share up a little bit. Sorry. Here we go. I just have to duplicate my email blast and then send out the live live in 60 minutes and then live now. So for any of you who are doing live webinars, that's just some free game for you. Always give people a 60-minute heads up. Everybody's busy. Everybody's busy. So even if you promoted it the day before, which is what I like to do, nobody's gonna remember, especially with the news cycle the way it is right now. Nobody's gonna remember, so you have to send those emails. I used to send a live in 15 minutes. So I used to do live in 3 hours, live in 60 minutes, live in 15 minutes, live now. But I got so many unsubscribes by doing that sequence that I stopped. So now I just do live in 60 minutes, and then I do a live now. And some people get mad at me. Like, I legit get emails from people on my email list who are mad. Oh, I missed it and all this stuff. It's a free class. Nobody pays me for these. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be on somebody else's email list and then complain to them about missing a free class that I sent out 3 emails about. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, but it's just me. But usually when people complain to me with that stuff, I just remove them from my email list because I'm like, listen. 3 ways to sell your ebook for $97. Okay. Happy Thursday. If you're wondering how you can sell your ebook for $97 or more, in 1 hour, in 60 minutes, I'm teaching a live class. It's just different ways you can do it. Join me for the live class tonight. So I'm just switching the verbiage from yesterday's email. That's it tomorrow. I'm saying today. Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via Zoom here. Zoom asks for the passcode, and because it works, I'm going to answer your questions because there's not a replay. And then in yesterday's email, I sent a link to my latest YouTube video, but in this email, I'm not going to send that because the whole point is to get them on the live class. So I'll hit continue, send email, and then I'm going to schedule this out. Let me just show this to you. So just in case you use ConvertKit 2, you schedule just right. It says send now. You click the little pencil, select today, and then I'm going to select 6 p.m. because the class is at 7, and this is a 60-minute heads up. And then that's it. You click continue. All right. So we did the email sequence. Whoops. So we did our webinar slides, our email sequence. We did our live stream. We recorded our 3 TikToks. So I've only got about an hour, and then I'm gonna go take the baby for my husband so that he can do his workout. So what can we do quickly? Well, I can't post the TikTok until like 6 p.m. tonight. I've noticed that when I post at night, it does much better. So I'm not gonna do that till tonight, but I can do the vlog because I wanna finish this. That's gonna take me a long time. I can't get that done in an hour. Work on my new book, work on app. Could do one of these. Let me just edit and schedule the vlog. I feel like the vlog is definitely something I can finish within an hour because the footage, because I'm only doing daily vlogs, the footage is not that long, so I'm able to kind of get these out a lot faster. Look at how crowded this is. I need to clean all this up. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. We finished. The vlog came out to about 20 minutes. Hopefully I can get these up to an hour and a half, but I just don't work as much as I used to. I used to work, you know, long days. Now I usually work, like have 3 or 4 hour work days, so it's just not as much to vlog. Oh, I meant to say, I'm gonna set this to export, go downstairs, eat some lunch, take the baby for my husband so that he can work out and eat his lunch, and then by that time, it should be time to teach the webinar, God willing. So I was downstairs, I ate, and then I grabbed the baby from my husband, and then he did a nice workout, he ate, so now I'm back upstairs. So I just uploaded, I left this exporting when I went downstairs, so I came back, it's done. I just uploaded it, it's premiering tomorrow at 10 a.m. Please let me know what time you would like to see these vlogs post, because I literally have no idea, none. I was trying to see like what time you guys are on here. No, it's under audience. Where did I see that? Formats, which audience watches, watch time. Basically, there's not enough data because I haven't been, like I just started reposting vlogs. Like literally on Sunday. So there's not enough data for me to know. So if you guys could tell me when you would actually like to see these vlogs, that would be very helpful. So I put my hair up into a bun. I gotta go braid it up. I'm gonna tell you guys, when I do my webinars, this camera is not a vlog camera, huh? It keeps taking me out of focus. When I do my webinars, I have a bonnet on, I'm in my pajamas, and I go straight from doing the webinar to bed. Sometimes I even do the webinar in bed. It's the best. I love this version of recording webinars. I used to do webinars on camera, full hair done, full makeup done, nails on. If you guys remember 2021, you remember that season of my life. Now I just lay in bed, I got my microphone, and most of the time I don't even use a microphone. I just use the computer audio. We just chat. It's such a vibe. I love it. Maybe that's the vibe I'm trying to recreate on TikTok with these live streams. You know what I mean? It definitely could be. Okay, so we finished this last, well, it's not the last thing, but it's the last thing I'm gonna do in this vlog. So we did let me go close up. Let me hide my head. You're gonna focus, you're gonna focus. I gotta figure out a new vlogging camera. I could vlog on the iPhone. Yeah, so the last thing that I'm gonna do on camera is editing, scheduling, vlog. We just did that. It's 5:33, so I can post the TikTok in about 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna just work on my novel until webinar time. Oops, I am so sorry. I've been out of focus all the time, I'm so sorry. I haven't vlogged in a while. It's gonna take me a little bit of time to kind of get used to this again, okay? Sorry, I'm so sorry. Out of focus. So yeah, I'm gonna work on the novel in bed until the webinar, because I really wanted to finish my edits of the novel. It's the final draft. I'm ready to format this novel in InDesign. I'm ready to design my book cover in Photoshop. I'm ready to like see and I'm ready to order the print. I'm not gonna sell prints of my novel, but I always get printed copies of my books. I don't know if you guys can see my bookshelf right here. I always get printed copies of my books. I love having printed copies of my books. So I just wanna order it and have it. And then I already outlined the next, because this novel I'm writing, it's a 3-part series. So I already outlined the next one. So that's already written. I use Jessica Brody's Save the Cat formula for outlining my fiction stuff. For nonfiction, I use my formula, the problem solution framework that I teach in author school. But for fiction, I use Jessica Brody's Save the Cat. So if you want to write a fiction romance novel, check that out. The course is on Udemy, I think it is. Excellent. And the videos are super short. They're like only 2-3 minutes long. So yeah, I already used her formula and outlined novel number 2. That one is called Destined. This first one is called Purpose. The second one is called, no, sorry. This one is called Purpose. The second one is called Chosen. The third one is called Destined. So Chosen's already outlined and ready for me to start writing it, but I didn't let myself start writing it because I said, we're gonna finish this one first. I'm gonna order this one first and then we'll write Chosen. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then the last 2 things was work on my new book, how to become a social media influencer. Just won't do that. And then working on the app. I gotta figure out a day to only work on the app. We'll see. Thank you for joining me on this vlog. Let me know what you've been working on in your business. I pray that all of us just keep taking one step forward. Just one step forward. I don't know if I said this on camera here, if I said it on a TikTok live. I heard this quote that practice is just controlled failure. So the more controlled failure you have, the more you're able to learn how to adapt and find success. And so right now I am in a season of controlled failure. I've gotten so used to making money a certain way, sales funnels to monthly subscription programs of my content. I've gotten so used to that business model, but I am actively working to transition out of that business model into only doing books. That's it. So I gotta do controlled failure to figure it out. And I feel like TikTok Live is going to be a huge part of that strategy. You know, right now, it's just the building process, but I truly believe as the platform grows, it's going to be a natural pipeline into God Will Grow Books. YouTube is that natural strategy. And then, you know, in a couple months, you'll see me launch a podcast where I do book reviews, which will be a natural part of that strategy. And everything just goes towards God Will Grow Books with the goal of exiting within 3 years. So I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just figuring my way out through the process. And I think that's one of the scariest and most uncomfortable but most exciting parts about being an entrepreneur, is figuring it out. I have gotten very complacent and lazy, and I don't mean to roast myself, you know. I worked very hard to build the business to where it got to, praise the Lord, and I'm proud of that. But I did get lazy these past couple of years. Postpartum depression was part of it, I understand that. Going through complex trauma still from everything that happened, I understand that's all a part of it. However, the light of Christ is always in me. It can never be extinguished, like it says in John 1. And I need to let that pull me out of this dark place that I've been in and start going after what God put me here to do. I've always known what God put me here to do. I took a pause from doing it, and we just need to go back to a series of controlled failures to get to that spot. So let me know if you can relate, and God willing, I will see you in the next vlog.